What's up, fantasy freaks? What a crazy week it's been. TLT was disastrous for my team. But first off, I wanted to talk about that try. As the pic shows, 15 seconds on the clock, Melbourne down by 2, and they get the ball to Coates, who launches himself into the air from 6 meters out. He's going for the world record high jump and long jump as he goes for this try. And despite the valiant efforts of Zelezniak, he manages to score what will undoubtedly be the try of the year. So my poor Warriors start the season 0-2, and they have a tough matchup against the Raiders in Christchurch, who are flying high after they trounced the Tigers 32-12. Speaking of the Raiders, let's move on to my round 2 review. The king of the round with 93 points was Zach Hosking. He has shown again exactly why I said he was a gift to start the season. He is just a great footballer. Tackles like a demon, runs the ball hard, offloads to set up a try, jumps and competes to score a try. He is just effort on effort. Unfortunately, Ricky doesn't stick to the adage of don't change a winning formula and is dropped into the bench for Whitehead. I hope my Warriors destroy the Raiders and it forces Ricky to get him back in the starting side. On the flip side to Hosking is the peasant of the round, Helam Luki. Not his fault that he got injured, but the paltry 9 points he scored was killer. I realized from my last video that I didn't show how my team was set up going into the round, so I'll make sure to do that this round. Needless to say, I had Luki in the first emergency, with the double loop of Campbell and Keeney above him, but I switched him with Piakura just before the Broncos kickoff, as I was scared Piakura's head knock from Vegas could cause him to play less minutes, and I thought the Cows could run riot at home against the Knights. That decision proved costly, with Piakura making 40 and looking very solid, and I could have looped out Luki's score of 9 and got an extra 20 points from Hughes. I ended up with a pretty good score of 820 points, which over halved my rank from 27k to almost inside the top 10k. Going through the rest of my team, I had Pappenhausen come roaring back after his 20 in round 1 to score a double off 2 set play inside balls, which helped him to 81 points. My call on Lussick was bang on, with Arthur using him for almost the full 80, and his 61 points were very valuable, and he is now a target for lots of people. Trbojevic got 30, nothing spectacular, but those are great points from a cheap player in the unreliable centre position. I noticed him do a couple of soft missed tackles where he rushed out of the line, so if he could take those out of his game, he could definitely push up to the 40s. Speaking of cheap centres, Strange smashed it, scoring 44 points, and he looked like he was keen to get in on the action after a pretty tame round 1. He had a great solo try and a great try-saving tackle in the corner. Flegler was solid again, and averaging 52 in 52 minutes looks like a great buy. The Doggies trio of Salmon, Hughes and Hutchison are all plodding along, beating their break-evens but not setting the world on fire. Wong with 37 in 40 minutes was solid, and has a low break-even, but he's been dropped to reserve grade, so that adds to the carnage in my team. Flanagan was again second fiddle to Hunt, and we need to see more from him if he's going to stay in the team much longer. The Cheese was solid again, but Robbo doesn't seem to want to give him any minutes, playing Sandon Smith for way too long in my opinion. Considering the Roosters lost, I hope he gives the Cheese more minutes this week. And with Sandon being named in the halves, there's a good chance that happens. Although Watson is definitely capable of taking those minutes, which may mean Cheese's a sell in the not too distant future. Totola came good with a 40, and we are happy to hold him. especially since I lost another player to injury for next week in Payne Haas. At least he managed to get a 54 before he set for a stint on the sidelines of 4 to 6 weeks, following his required knee surgery. And yet another injury was Seb Chris not getting the full 80 due to a head knock. At least he should be back for round 4, but geez, this round has been a killer. He was looking really good too, and his combination with Savage looked awesome, with the great short side play that put on for an easy try when they caught Sullivan napping. Captain Cleary only managed 58, so not great for his price tag, but we will all know he has a big score coming, and with the Broncos down Reynolds and now Haas, they look ripe for the taking. Ponga was disappointing again with 39, but he is another that could go huge any game, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is against an understrength Melbourne side who have no Munster or Hughes this week. So that's how the team went. Let's move on to who's hot and who's not in the market this week. I've taken these lists straight from the Footy Stats website, and I've got a key to show the players I own, Fantasy Freak Shield, players I think are buys for my team, Pot of Gold, and players I want to sell from my team, Skull and Bones. First up is Lockie Galvin. The kid looks like he has the goods and the confidence and the backing of the coach to go for it. So at his price, he is a no-brainer. Fini Fuyaki is another great option. With Lukey out for an extended period, there's a good chance he gets some increased minutes, and he can make some points in cash. Terrell May got promoted to the starting side and got big minutes. He looks like he's got the full backing of the coach, and we should all get on board, as he definitely has the talent to back up the coach's decision to give him more minutes. Joe Chan is the only other player on the hot list that I would be keen on. He has a low BE, starting on the edge, and he played 80 minutes last week in a tough game, so he obviously has proved to Bellamy that he has the goods. Unfortunately, I have way too many players on the who's not list. As mentioned, Lukey is out injured for 6 to 8 weeks. Wong has been dropped to reserve grade, and Flanagan and Hutchison are just playing and scoring average. Ponga is on this list, and the people selling him will regret that decision. There's someone not on this list yet, which is Payne Haas, who will obviously be a big sell now that it's been confirmed he'll be out for 4 to 6 weeks. So it will come as no surprise what my trades are. It's great when it's an easy decision. Payne Haas and Helam Lukey have to go. Both out injured for a minimum of 4 weeks makes them the priority sells. And Terrell May and Lachlan Galvin are the easiest buys you'll ever get. I did have the thought that maybe I should put Haas's cash to good use to get Hines, but with his buy in round 5 it's not worth it. So here's how my team lines up for round 3. I've moved Lussick into hooker and Cheese to the bench. With his dual position it just makes sense. Hopefully Cheese can get some more minutes this week, as I need a big one from him, as the team's looking very thin. May, Totola and Salmon up front. I really need Salmon to pull his finger out and do something this week. Pierre Kerr and Hosking in the edges. I'm hopeful Hosking can get at least 40 minutes and make some decent cash. My team is so decimated that I have no option but to play him. The captaincy stays on Cleary, and I'm hoping for a big one from him so we can catch up on all the non-Cleary owners who have probably got off to a better start. Hutcho has the Titans, so hopefully he can get something going. Otherwise, he'll be out of the team. Burbo and Strange in the centres are proving great value. I'm putting the VC on Ponga, as I don't see him going 3 low games in a row. And Paps and Keeney round out the back 3. Galvin, Flanagan and Hughes make up the sorry-looking bench, which is full of dead wood this week, with Wong, Campbell, Chris and Flegler all not playing. I have a massive 579k in the bank that I can use to fix any problems that will inevitably occur from this round. Well, I hope some of you have managed to stay until the end. If you have, please give this video a like to show me some support on my journey to become the NRL Fantasy Champ of 2024. Good luck for the round, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.